Hi, I'm Grant McComey, and welcome to another edition of Grant's Getaways. You know, one of the things I enjoy most about travel across Oregon is the opportunity to stop in and learn something more about the place that I visit. And that's why we've come to one of the most overlooked yet interesting locations of the entire state, a salmon and steelhead hatchery where all kinds of outdoor education opportunities exist. So sit back and relax. We're taking you to one of Oregon's friendliest fish hatcheries. The North Fork Nehalem Salmon Hatchery is as close as your own backyard, but filled with surprises that are a world away. Biggest surprise of all?
Wow, I didn't even know this was here.
Just 90 minutes from Portland, the hatchery puts you in touch with the river and a facility filled with activities that teach about fish and their environment. From rearing ponds brimming with salmon, trout, or steelhead,
they'll just migrate out to the ocean and then usually spend about two summers or so out in the ocean and return in that fall.
To spawning day, where you can watch how the next generation is produced. These eggs are the future, not only at the hatchery, but in a classroom.
See the little black spots? And every once in a while, one of those sets of eyes will move around.
Each spring, thousands of surplus eggs leave hatcheries like the North Fork with volunteers like Leroy Schultz. He's part of a small army of Northwest steelheaders who take the eggs, the tanks, and enthusiasm into hundreds of Oregon classrooms, like Banks Elementary School. It's a unique outreach called Eggs to Fry.
They like to be in a position where they get lots of water flowing over their gills, because that's how they get oxygen.
Over the next 6 weeks, the eggs develop into fry and fill Mrs. McComey's classroom with teachable moments in art, math, reading, and writing.
There could not be a better way to teach life cycle of a rainbow trout, beginning with the eggs to the release of the fry.
Kind of a centerpiece for your whole school year?
The highlight for me. One of. Here we go.
When the fish are ready for release,
oh, they're alive and well.
the students are ready to help.
They get so excited about coming out and releasing their fish, and as to see the smiling faces of those kids and the memories, they will remember this forever. And it's one of the best parts about this.
Here's another. North Fork Nehalem Hatchery surplus adult salmon help restore watersheds for wild fish through a project called carcass seeding.
Those fish will go out into the watershed and take the place of the carcasses that used to be there when we had strong fish runs. It's very important to have a fertile watershed, and salmon and steelhead play a very significant role in that.
I'm pleased to see how hatcheries are being used in more creative ways to augment native runs as opposed to putting non-native fish into systems. I'm excited about the changes that are happening.
Meanwhile, back at the hatchery, something else is happening too.
As soon as you feel them on there, it's quite an adrenaline rush. It's a lot of fun.
The North Fork Nehalem's disabled angler platform is a one-of-a-kind site where fish are always on the bite for anglers who need a break.
I used to come down here with my father and help him fish and help a lot of the people that were fishing down here. And I ended up getting hurt myself, and you know, now it's an opportunity for me to catch fish.
This gives them a spot to come down. They can wheel down there in their chairs, or you know, they got places to sit, nets to fish, and the fish are definitely here. And the numbers of fish that they catch is pretty amazing.
It is an amazing place with wild surprises at every turn.
There's a lot of wildlife around here. I've seen bald eagles. It's just a beautiful stretch of river, and it's gorgeous.
The nearby trail to Umbrella Falls is a perfect cap to your day's adventure.
It's very pretty, and this time of the year you can actually see it through the trees. And that's just one of many. That's just one of many falls on this river. It's a special place, there's no doubt about that.
The North Fork Nehalem Salmon Hatchery, like all of the ODFW facilities, is open every day of the year. You don't need a reservation, and the best part of all, it's absolutely free. What a bargain in outdoor education. Say, if you're interested in what's coming up next week, here's a sneak peek to the next edition of Grant's Getaways. Are you ready to feel the wind in your hair and the salty spray on your face? Next week's Grant's Getaway to Newport at Yaquina Bay may be the perfect adventure for you. We head to Newport to learn more about Oregon's coastal environment aboard the unique and popular Marine Discovery Tours.
Do stuff, pull crab pots, pull plankton nets, hang out with a naturalist, chat with the captain, and even drive the boat.
The experts show us what sets this coastal site apart from the rest.
The ocean affects everything, you know, it affects the climate, it affects food, where our food comes from.
We'll learn how to catch our dinner from the sea.
So that one would need another 1/4 of an inch before you'd be allowed to keep it.
And why the marine world is critical for our future.
It's really, really important to protect it and understand it a little bit.
We'll also head indoors to one of the best learning sites on the coast at the Hatfield Marine Science Center, where hands-on learning is sometimes the best teacher, and there's always something new to see.
What we do here is we really focus on the science, the research that's being conducted.
As soon as it knows the crab is around, it'll get nice and red.
You will not be bored.
That much is certain when the next Grant's Getaways heads to Oregon's Central Coast. Don't miss it. If you'd like more information about any of the ODFW facilities, be sure to check out the Travel Oregon website where we have the details. So until next week, for Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McColeman.